Hi, everybody. Welcome. My name is Sharon Bonney. I'm the CEO for the Coalition on Adult Basic Education. And we're just going to give everybody some time to get here into the room. I see it's 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and we have over 100 adult learners who signed up to participate today. So we're just going to give them another minute here and we'll get started. So while we're waiting, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, you can put your name and the state you're joining us from in the chat box. And up here, you'll see the chat box. If you want to go ahead and do that, that would be great. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and get started. Like I said, I'm Sharon Bonney. I'm the CEO for the Coalition on Adult Basic Education. Delighted to welcome you to our session today. As I mentioned, if you could say hello by putting your first name and your state in the chat box, that would be great. I'll put my name and state in the chat box here. I'm from Florida. So you see right there, great. So as we get started, the first thing I want to mention about this Google Scholarship is that you really need to be comfortable working on a computer. So if you have any reservations whatsoever about working on a computer, you're going to need to let us know, because that's the first thing. This is completely online. So you need to be able to access a computer, and you need to feel comfortable working on a computer. So I have 2 questions for you here. Are you comfortable working on a computer? And do you have regular access to a device that you can use for this online course? That is for you to think about. If you answered no to either one of those, if you're not comfortable on a computer, or if you do not have regular access to a device that you can use, such as an iPad, which is not the best, it's best if you have a laptop, or it's best if you have access to a PC of some sort. If you do not have access to a device that you can use, you need to let us know that, okay? So this is on your own time and at your own pace. I'm personally super excited about this because I know that with these certificates, and we're going to take a look at them in just a minute, I know that there are multitude of employers that are waiting to hire individuals who have these certificates. So it's really a great way to be able to get into the workforce or to get a better job. So we're going to talk today about funding for your scholarship. I think that's probably utmost on everybody's mind. We're going to also look at the course in just a minute, but I want to mention that this is a 6-month course. So typically people are able to complete this in 6 months. Now, there can be exceptions, and you can let us know if you're unable to complete in 6 months, but that's what we're looking at, is that this is a 6-month scholarship. There's going to be just 2 steps to get you set up with COABE. And then there's going to be a monthly check-in, so that as you're progressing, you're submitting and requesting reimbursement. So we're going to have you complete an ACH form, and this is a form where you tell us what your bank information is, so we can automatically deposit the funding ahead of time. So you have it there in your bank account, because you're going to see that you're going to need that. And COABE will deposit the funds into your account by the 25th of each month for up to 6 months. If it takes you more than 6 months to complete, then you'll request an extension. And Wengal, I see that you keep raising your hand. Can you just wait just a few minutes? Let me get through a few slides here, and then we'll take a few questions, okay? So 6-month course, you're going to complete 2 forms, and COABE will make sure that the money is sitting in your account and ready to go at by the 25th of each month for up to 6 months. So I'm going to show you how to complete the ACH form that one time, and then complete the request for reimbursement, which is monthly. And the reason that we had to do it this way is because this is how Google set it up with us. They said, that they recommended that we would have this set up in such a way so that COABE receives the money and then make sure it goes into your account. So I'm going to stop sharing for just a second while I pull up the forms here. And I'm going to also put these into the chat box. So give me 1 minute here. So the first is going to be setting up an automatic payment to your account. Okay, so we're going to put that in the chat box. And I'm going to take us there online so you can see that. And the reason I'm starting here is because I know most people, these are the questions we've been getting to the Google inbox at COABE. How do I get started with this funding? So here we go. Let me share my screen. Okay, if you all click on that link I just put in the chat box, you're going to pull up this form. It's going to take you right here. Okay, now what's important to know is that you can't leave this form, you can't start it and then leave it for more than 20 minutes, or you're going to have to start over again. So I would recommend that when you have a good 10 minutes, sit down and complete this form. This is a one time that you have to set this up. And then from here on out, this will be set up. We will automatically be putting the money into your account each month. Okay, so you put your name in, first name, last name. You have to have this information where it's asterisk. We must have this information, your email, and then your name as it appears on the bank account, what type of account it is, checking or savings, the routing number, the account number, and the amount to be paid. So it's going to be each month it's going to be $41.67 for up to 6 months. Or if you have completed the program, which you might decide, I want to get this done in 2 weeks. I'm not going to take 6 months. You're going to get the whole thing in 2 weeks. Okay, so it's a total of $250 for the scholarship, but divided out over 6 months. So once you do that, you let us know. You just click here and you click submit. Now we have your information in. It's going to go directly into our accounting department where they can then each month make sure that your money is in your account. Okay, that's how you're going to be able to activate your scholarship. So do I have any questions? Does anybody have a question about how to set this up so that COABE can automatically put the money into your account? If you do, there's a Q&A box right here. Submit the question in there. Okay, so that's one. You've now you've used this form, you've set up your account with COABE. We have that. Let's say that this takes you the standard six months to complete, which is typically what it takes. I'm going to pull up the form that you would use once a month, and you will use this every month, and then we'll just make sure that money is sitting in your account so you have it. So I'm going to put this into the chat box. This is the next form. Now, after this session, you're going to receive an email with all this information that we just went over. So don't worry and don't be stressed out. It's going to come to you. But this is how you're going to request monthly reimbursement ahead of time. So that it's in your account. It's not, you're not paying out of your own pocket. Okay. When you click on this form, I'll take you there. We can look at this together. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen here again. Now here I am, I'm back in, it looks the same, except at the top it says monthly check-in. I click in here, I put the first name, last name, my email. I'm going to say I've either completed the current month, we'll be starting the next month. I've completed the program or other, please explain. But you need to do this on a monthly basis. And again, because you've already completed that first form, we have your account information. You don't have to redo that. We have it. We'll make sure that the money goes into your account. So your first name, last name, email, I've completed, hit submit. Okay. I'm looking here because I see some questions. Okay, so one question, Ron, Will the forms be emailed to us? Yes, I will send this to you. I'll make sure that our staff sends this to you right after this call. Next question, may I use an account that has another person's name, such as my mom's? Yes, you can do that. When do we get the scholarship deposited? Can we use the money for anything? Well, so here's the deal. You're going to see when we go in here that this is specifically for this scholarship is specifically for your learning for this project. So, you'll see what I show you in just a minute. Someone saying, when do we get the scholarship deposited? Yes, so you're going to have the scholarship money deposited by the 25th of each month. I have a Coursera account with an email that's different from the one I use for COABE. How do I rectify this? How many courses are available under the scholarship? So that's a great question. One course available under the scholarship. I have a Coursera account with an email that's different than the one I use for COABE. How do I rectify this? I'm going to need a little bit of time to think about that, so I'll come back to you, Elishama. I had completed one course in a month. Can we enroll to a different course? You sure can. Do we need to start the first month right away, or can we delay the start to find a better 6-month chunk of time in our schedule? So, Hannah, we would really love for all the adult learners to get through this as quickly as possible. That said, if you know that the next 2 months are going to be really difficult for you and there's no way you can complete it in the next 6 months, we would prefer that you would then wait until you can complete it. So hopefully that makes sense. I have a question. I used my debit card to set the Coursera up when I learned of the Google project. Now I want to know if I can move money to my debit yes, you can move the money however you want to once you receive it, correct? So in 6 months, I can complete 2 or more courses. Yes, exactly. Okay, so I'm going to close these questions out here. I see some more in the chat box. Where can I start? Yes. Okay. So I just want to say to everybody, all these links are coming to you after this session. So don't worry, because I see a lot of the same questions about that. I'll make sure that gets to you. I'll also repost them again before the session is over. And then where can I start? Great question. So let's first go here. Hopefully you all can see my screen. Is everybody able to see that? If you can, type yes in the chat box. Everybody, okay, great. Okay, so this is where job ready skills you can put to work. And we see on here, no experience necessary, learn job ready skills even with no relevant experience. There's over 1 million jobs that are available right now that require this specific certificate, these specific certificates. Learn at your own pace, so flexible work study program. Stand out to employers. This is going to really make your resume look very competitive to employers that are looking to hire you. 75% of program graduates report improving their career within 6 months. In-demand jobs to connect with top employers who are currently hiring. This is the average salary for those that are entry-level roles across these certificate fields. So this is really a way for you to get a great job. And that's why COABE is doing this. Earn a credential that can lead to jobs in high growth fields. So there's multitude of different opportunities here. I'm bringing you here to this site and I'm going to put it in the chat box so you can make a decision. This is going to be your decision which course you end up taking. I highly recommend so it says for you, if you like problem solving and helping others, for example, IT support might be the one for you. If you like uncovering trends and patterns, data analytics might be the one for you. If you like project management, so you like solving problems, you like to organize things, you like to work with people, project management might be the one for you. And you see, so it goes through here. If you like understanding people, drawing, thinking creatively, UX design might be for you. And then Android development. If you like solving problems, collaborating with others, and working with others, Android development might be for you. So what I recommend is that you go through and you check, learn more. Let's see what it tells us when I click here. It's going to tell me the type of job, the entry-level salary, how many job openings are in the field of IT, and give me more details on this. Okay? So that's what I recommend, is that you look at each one of these and decide which one is best for you. Data analytics. I personally find this very exciting. Data analytics average entry-level job, 67,000, the jobs that are open in the field, and you can learn online, fast, flexible, tells you the sorts of things here, gives some testimonials, and you can learn more. So once you click here, you're going to get started with Coursera, which is where we're going to go in just a minute, but I want to show you the others as well before we move on to that next part. Same with project management. So this is really the page you're going to want to go to. These are the certificates that COABE is partnering with Google to offer and to offer the scholarship for. So here's your opportunities right here, okay? On this page, you take your time, you'll read through each one and decide which one is the best fit for you that you want to invest your time into to get in this certificate. Now, once you have decided, it's going to take you here. It's going to give you some more details about Google professional certificates. So here again, we're talking about the same thing that we just looked at a minute ago. Okay. So let's say I decide I'm going to enroll in the Google data analytics. Remember I said, oh, I love data, and it's true. I do. Enroll now. Click right here to enroll. It's going to say enroll for free. But before you go there, you're going to want to just make sure that this is really what you like to do. So you pick the right one for you. Click enroll for free. Start my free week. And this is where it's going to ask you for credit card information. You're going to have to put this in here, a credit card information to start your trial. As soon as you do that, I highly recommend you complete that form that I'm going to send to you, the form we just talked about, so we can make sure we have the money in your account. So you'll say, you're not going to get charged a thing until that 7-day period goes by, but we're going to put the money into your account. So that's our best way that we can think of to make sure you have money before you even need it, specifically for this. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing for a second and look at the chat box because I see lots and lots of good questions. Okay, let me just start. Could I give my son my account? No, you may not. This is specifically for you. You were the one who applied for the scholarship and won it, okay? And depending on how this goes with the adult learners, this is maybe something we could do more in the future, and maybe we would have more funding to offer out to family members. But for now, this is specifically for each of you who applied and received that funding. Okay, can I do a course even if I don't have my GED? Absolutely, yes. Yes, you can do this without your GED. Are these the only courses we can take? Yes. What I just sent to you, and I'm going to put it in the chat box for the links. Those are the courses you can take that are covered under this scholarship. Can we contact someone to ask more questions about each track or certificate? Well, that person will likely direct you right back to those pages I just showed you. So if this is information that's pretty much shared out generally with the public so that they make decisions about which courses they'd want to take. Christina, I will send you a separate email on this, but just to be clear, this is the general information that's shared whenever anybody wants to select a course to take. Okay, how many hours to complete each course? Google says it roughly takes 10 hours per month times 6 months, so about 60 hours to complete. That's what they say it roughly takes. So you want to plan on that. In Coursera, it shows what certificates you completed or in progress. Yes, that's correct. Can you please explain the difference between the two levels, the level for the IT support beginner versus the higher level course? So if you're a beginner, you've never worked in this type of a course before, you're going to want to select beginner. If you've already been working along in this sort of a class before, for example, in IT, and you have intermediate IT skills, then you would take that advanced IT class. After we finish certificates, will we have help looking for a job? Well, what's going to happen is that Google itself is looking for individuals who received the certification. So you're going to be on a wait list for them that they would contact you. And as well, you'll receive a badge and the certificate, and you'll be able to put that onto your resume. So when you go looking for a job, this will help you. This is a way to really get the help that you need to get a better job. After the free trial, will they charge your account? No, they will not. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase this. After the free trial, they will charge your account. Yes, they will, and that's why COABE is going to put the money into your account in advance. That's why you need to complete the form that I'm going to send to you. You want to complete that form first. As soon as we're done with this, I highly recommend you complete that form so that we can then make sure that the funding is deposited directly into your account. I already chose IT, but I want to change. Is that okay? So you went online, you read the information, and you selected one class, but now you want to choose a different class. I would think you'd have to finish that class, but I will find out for you. Okay, so good question. Are we able to take more than one course? No, the funding is just for one class. How much money is needed? I believe it's about $41 a month. That's why we'll have that deposited into your account in advance. My credit card will be charged tomorrow. As I started reading, once I submit the form, I should receive the reimbursement on the 25th. Correct. Yes. Could you repeat if we should fill out the money form after finishing the course? I recommend you fill it out as soon as this class is over. I'm going to put the links back into the chat box, and then we're also going to email them to you as well. Okay. The scholarship is for one program. Please send us the form link in the email. Yes, I will do that. Okay. Let me also look in the Q&A. I see a lot of questions. Do we need to start the first month right away? Okay, I think we answered that, Hannah. So I'm good there. And we answered, I'm just going through these. I apologize, everybody. I'm just looking through the Q&A right now. So one question here from Anam, can we change the credit card setting after signing up for the course? No, that's in there, and that's what's going to be drawing down. So that's why we want to make sure the money's into your account ahead of time. That's why we went to great lengths. So I'm going to put the forms into the chat box again, just so we all feel comfortable with that. So this first one is going to be in the chat box. This is the one you're going to want to set up right away. Okay, that is to set it up so that COABE can automatically get the money into your account. This next one is the monthly check-in form. You're going to want to do that every month. You want to make sure there's progress. So you want to do that monthly. The first one is just one time. The second one is every month. Okay. Then here is the Grow with Google certificates we just talked about. I'm going to put that into here as well. And this is the Coursera, because once you look at that Grow with Google and you decide which one you want to go to, it's going to automatically direct you to this Coursera account. And this is where you'll get started. It's going to ask you for your credit card information. Okay, so hopefully everybody could see this. So I have a question here. Could you give me hours per week? I work from 9 to 6. This is on your own time. Sir, you could come home. You could start working on this course at 8 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, 2 in the morning, 5 in the morning, noon, whenever you want to. It's on your own time. Okay. So there's another question. I'm going to read through these. I'm going to read them out loud. Is it really true we don't need to have experience? Because I'm very interested in project management, but I have no experience. Yes, that is true. This is why it's such a wonderful scholarship opportunity. I have another question. Both of these will be emailed to us. Yes, we will email these to you right after this class. Can I start my class in May? I have to travel. Well, we hope you'll start it sooner because we'd really like to get as many of the adult learners through these scholarships as possible. But if you must and you're unable to complete these sooner, then yes, you could. I filled out the form. When do I receive the confirmation? I haven't received one yet. I would just hold on tight. I'm sure you will receive one shortly. Okay. So let me look in the Q&A here. If I finish my course earlier, can I try another Google certificate course for the rest of the 6 months? That's a great question, Ismail. I will check on that. I don't know the answer to that, but I love your motivation. That's great. Really motivated. Hannah, I know you asked the question about Coursera account under a different email, so I'll now need information on how to reconcile that. Okay, so I have a little bit of homework I need to do after this call, right? I need to get to all of you. If you've set it up under a different account, what do you do? I don't know that that would be a problem. Is there a reason you couldn't just use the former account that was set up? You can let me know, Hannah. Okay. Every month, Google will charge our card, but we'll get the money to COABE ahead of time. Yes. So you set up your card. We're not giving you a COABE credit card. It's going to still charge your credit card. That's why we wanted to have the money into your account in advance. So I would just leave the things the way they are, the way you've set them up already. I don't recommend you change it if you've already gotten started. Once we set up the form, will the money automatically be deposited? Yes. What if I lose my credit card used for reimbursement ahead of the next month? I don't know. I'm not sure how to answer that. Can we change the credit card setting after signing up? Okay. I know we're kind of getting bogged down on this credit card piece. Here's the thing. You have to sign up for the Coursera, like I showed you. I'm going to send that to you again. You need to sign up with that. Okay. COABE's then going to make sure that the money is into your account by the 25th of each month. So you need to also complete that form we're sending to you. Okay. And we have a question here. Is there a contact person during the lessons if we have any questions? So one of the things that COABE is working very hard at is getting a Google representative who this is their job. They work in these different Google certificates. They're a teacher. They get online and they teach. We're setting up office hours for all the adult learners. So just be on the lookout for that. We do plan to have that set up very shortly. We're still working with Google. What we'd like to do is once a month have office hours where if you have questions, you can get on like this, but it'd be set up like a classroom. So you would ask the questions like you were in a classroom online. So just be on the lookout for that. Our goal is to get that set up. Okay, so just to be clear, and I see all the questions and they're all related again, going back to the credit card information. So I'm going to explain that one more time. You go in, you complete that first form. It sets you up so that we have your information on file so we can automatically deposit money at the start of each month or the 25th of each month. Make sure you complete that each month, that second one, okay? How will the certificates be sent to me after completing the course? You're going to actually be able to download it. So once it's done and you've completed it, you're going to be able to download the certificate. Elishama, we hope that everybody will complete within 6 months. That's our hope. So, all right, let's see. I see more questions all on the same. Do I fill out the form now or after the meeting? You can wait till after the meeting. So we'll send you an email after this meeting with all the details, all the steps 1, 2, 3. We also have a google@coabe.org account set up, so you can email questions into there as well. But the biggest thing I would say, so we'll make sure you're all set up with the funding piece. You'll get your money on the 25th of each month. Most important thing I would say is you're going to want to take your time to look at the classes that are being offered and pick the one that's best for you. And then you can take those classes at any time of the day or night. It's up to you. It's all online. You just have to be able to be comfortable working online and have a device. Yes, one last question here about the money piece. Yes, every month, as long as you're still on the course, you need to send us that request for reimbursement so that we can then click submit and make sure the money goes into your account. Okay, so every month, if you're still working on getting the certificate, make sure you submit that form and click submit. We'll make sure that this is outlined in the steps we're going to send to you as well. But just so that we have gone through that again, so everybody's clear on that. Okay, now I want to go back to my slides. And I just want to say again, we are really excited about this opportunity. It's something that we at COABE have been working, oops, let me stop sharing for just a second. That's the wrong slide here. We at COABE have been working hard at trying to bring opportunities to the field of adult education. So I wanted to make sure that you're aware that there is also a lot of other opportunities that COABE offers. So there's these scholarships, which basically it's a way for you to get funding to be able to get certificates and badges and so that you can get better jobs. But there's other things that COABE offers. So for example, we have a national conference that's taking place in Seattle, Washington, but it's also what's called hybrid. So you can attend online like this, or you can attend in person, and it's completely free. This is a completely free opportunity to adult learners. Now, teachers and administrators have to pay, but adult learners do not. So I wanted to mention this because what's really neat about our conference is that we have one of the adult learners, Anna Chavarin, who is now an alumni, is going to be one of the keynote speakers. And we have a lot of sessions that are taking place. There's students as leaders sessions that, again, are free. We have a networking opportunity that's free, so you can network with other adult learners too. So I will make sure that when we send the email to you that you receive information on this. But this is a wonderful way for you to really engage with COABE, and again, completely free. There's no charge at all to participate. We also have this opportunity for you to share your story about why you got into adult education, how it's helped you. You can become an ambassador for adult education. So one of the things that we at COABE do is we actually go to Washington, D.C., and we talk to legislators. And we encourage our members to talk to their governors and talk to their mayors. And the reason why we do this is because many of the programs that you all participate in are free, right? So we have to get funding from someplace. So we go to the government and we ask them to help us out so that we can help you. And what they love to hear about is the wonderful success stories of the adult learners, like how this has helped them, how it's changed their life. So when I send you information about this scholarship that you've won, I'm going to send you information on how you can become an ambassador, share your success story with us, and also how you can even do something as simple as taking action for adult education. So I'm going to click right in here. It's going to take me to, you'll see here. I can take action for adult education. I'm a student. That's right here. I click in here to send an email. It has all my information. You're going to have to enter it just once. Then I go to click submit. You see all this? It's already there for you. But if you wanted to, you could change it. So you could say, my name is, Susan, and I love adult education because it changed my life. It changed my life because now I can get a good job, whatever it might be. Then you click submit. It's going to go to all of those people, all of those legislators. So there's ways that you can engage in adult education really easily. Click, 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 right? I send an email. It goes to all the President of the United States of America. It goes to my members of Congress. It goes to my governor. And this helps us in terms of fighting for adult ed. So I will include information in there. If you're interested, you can take action for adult education. The next thing I wanted to let you know about is we have an adult ed podcast. It's called Advocast, and you'll be able to get that on Spotify and on Apple. So I will send you information on that. You're welcome to hear from other adult ed learners and why they chose adult education, how it changed their lives. It's inspirational and exciting. It's all about advocacy and adult education. So just wanted to let you know about that. That's free, of course. This is something that's really exciting. I don't know if you know that COABE provides $50,000 each year in awards. One of the awards is for the Adult Learner of the Year. Now the deadline's passed for this year, but I'm telling you this, so for next year, we give $10,000 to the winner of this Adult Learner of the Year. All of this, the first three receive $10,000, Teacher of the Year, Adult Learner of the Year, Administrator of the Year. So your local program can nominate you or nominate other adult learners, teachers, administrators to participate. So this is another way, and there's no like tax write-off for COABE or anything like this. It's just cash that you would receive $10,000 from COABE if you won. So wanted to mention that. And oops, that just took me out to the next page here. I didn't want to go there. I want to keep going. COABE is also participating in this return on investment study. We're actually leading it. And what this does is I want to share a story with you about somebody that I met in 2017. I met this lady, her name was Kimberly. She came with me to Washington, D.C. So we organized a whole bunch of people coming into Washington, D.C. to talk to legislators about why adult education is important. So I met her. She was an adult learner. So when I met her, she was still going through the program, and she told me her story. And I'm telling you right now, it brought tears to my eyes. She told me that when she was younger, when she had gone through a lot in her home life, a lot of different situations, and by the time she was 13, she was pregnant with her first child. By the time she was 17, she was on the streets homeless, pregnant with her third child. That's where she found out about the Delta Community College and the adult ed program that they offered. And she was able to get the services that she needed to get her GED because she had dropped out of school, and also to help her children while she was getting her GED. So this was taking place at the local program. So she and I became friends on Facebook, and I watched as she got her GED, then she got into community college, then she got her first car, she got her first house. And as I was watching this, I thought, is anybody able to track the success of our adult learners? Like, they go into these adult ed programs and they go in needing help and support, learn the language, learn how to use a computer, get a job. So that's what this is all about. And if you're interested in participating, I know this was one of the boxes that you needed to check in order to get the scholarship. We're going to circle back to you. We're going to ask you to participate in this study. Okay, there's a return on investment study, and our goal is to be able to say these adult learners came into our program and we were able to help them to get jobs, to get into community college, to change their life. So there's going to be more information coming on that. I also wanted to mention that there's this emergency broadband benefit program that's going on right now. I'll send this information to you. So if you need broadband access, you can get access. You can get access for your Wi-Fi access and for devices. So that's something else we'll send you. Again, all of this is free. All of this is free to adult learners. I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now and just mention that it's free to join COABE. There's no fee. There's a lot of benefits, as I just showed you, and on top of what we talked about here with the scholarship. So when we send you the information about all of this, I just want to encourage you, if you're not a member yet of COABE, it's a great time to become a member of our organization. We have a lot of exciting things going on, and we would really love to have as many adult learners join the organization as possible. So now I'm going to stop chatting. I'm going to look into all these different questions here. Do we get credit hours for this course? No, you receive a certificate that you can use on your resume when you're talking to employers. Google is looking to hire. There's a white list of employers looking to hire based on you receiving this badge or credential. Well, what if we take more than 6 months to complete? Will COABE support with money to complete the course? I don't really even want to open that can of worms. I really want to encourage you all, try to complete this in six months. Do your very best. That's really, it's 10 hours out of your month each month. So I would really encourage you, since this is free, it's a scholarship, 6 months. Can I access financial aid for personal reasons, specifically for my training? No, we don't have additional funding for that, but you can access the training that we're offering here. That's scholarships, and that you have received the scholarship for, that's what you will be funded for. Someone asked a question about how do I become a member? I'm going to put the link right in here and just say there's no charge for this. We would love for you to join. Give me 1 second here to pull up. Okay, I'm going to share my screen here. And you all might be interested in why would COABE want so much for you to be a member? There are so many wonderful people that work with and for us that are adult learners. They were adult learners just like you. I can tell you, for example, my own husband is a former adult learner. He got his GED. He has a wonderful job now. I can tell you that we have state advocate fellows, people who are working on with COABE, and many of them are former adult learners. So we just really value adult learners, and we want to make it as easy as possible for you. So you can see most people to be a member of COABE pay $45, not our adult learners. It's free. So this is where you'd come in and you'd be able to join. And your local program can join all the adult learners at the local program this way. So I'm going to put this link into the chat box. And remember, you're just going to click on where it says adult learner. That's where you're going to click to join. But again, I'll put this out to everybody in the email too. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. I think the next step is that I'm going to send to all of you the links we just talked about. I'm going to put into that email that you receive. You can contact us at google@coabe.org. I'm also going to put this here. Okay, so you'll be able to contact directly there. We're also working with Google to have office hours. So as you're starting and working in this, if you have questions specifically about the course, that you can contact Google and have office hours with them. But our goal really is to make sure you have this funding in your account by the 25th of each month. So there's no financial hardship for you to take this class. And then what we want to have from you when this is all done, that success story about how you were able to get a job, move forward in your life. We really want to hear that. So if you are able to do that, if you think you're going to be able to give us a success story, would you put that in the chat box? Would you just say yes? Great. Wonderful. Thank you all so much. I just want to say we love you here at COABE. We want you to be a part of our big COABE family. Keep up the great work. I love that. One person said, I am your future success story. Wonderful. That's what we want. That's what we want. Tell other people about adult education. Encourage them to come to your local program. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful day. You're going to see an email from me before the end of the day, hopefully right after this. And if you have any questions, again, google@coabe.org. Okay. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye now.